Hey guys, thought I'd do a quick video on my ill-advised adventure into NFTs. So I've sort of started using the Magic Eden platform. This is one of the platforms for the Solana token NFTs. Solana seems a little bit easier to use because the fees are very low. Ethereum sort of has a hell of a lot of NFTs with the OpenSea platform, but you can't really sort of dip in and put in a little bit of money from what I gather because the fees are still sort of 20, 30, 40 pound. So you can't sort of buy a few cheap NFTs and see how it goes. Whereas Solana is sort of pence really. So yeah, I got on Magic Eden, created a Phantom wallet, which is one of the sort of Solana wallets that most people seem to use for Solana NFTs. So you create a wallet and just connect that on Magic Eden. There's no sort of account for Magic Eden. You just connect your wallet, and then yeah, you can sort of have a scroll through and look at some of the popular ones, or sort of see anything takes your fancy. Some of them are sort of very, very expensive, sort of well beyond me, sort of even this sort of thing, very, very basic art, obviously, but that's not what it's about. It's yeah, the projects behind them. I mean, the crypto punk ones on Ethereum were selling for millions of dollars. So you can sort of come onto something like this and it shows you how many is listed on Magic Eden, the average sale price in the last 24 hours, total volume that has been sold all time, and the floor price is the lowest price of anyone that's listed on it. So if you go on sort by low price, that'll give you the floor one, if you like. So that's the lowest price one of Thugbirds selling now. And you can go on activity and sort of see what's been happening recently. And that sort of tells you what's been selling for how much. You can view them if you like, going on the addresses and that sort of thing. But yeah, so sort of 46 Sol. So it's £140 per Sol. You're talking sort of 6,000 quid, 7,000 quid. Yeah, so these are very, very expensive, but wanting to sort of dip my toe in, I thought I would try and buy some cheaper ones, see how they go. So I have put another £500 in. Does seem like sort of not dead money, but some of the ones I've invested in have sort of seemingly buggered off with the money. But that's the way things go. I knew it was a gamble at the time. So one of the ones I bought into is a Baby Yoda one. Sort of thought of all the excitement around Star Wars, this would sort of do quite well. There's 3,500 of these, so it is a lot. I guess worldwide, maybe it's not that much, but yeah, 3,500 of just these one, and there's obviously hundreds and hundreds of projects all around. A lot of them have sort of 10,000 tokens. So yeah, not too sure, but yeah. So I bought into a few of these. You can sort of look at the filters and sort of pick by different attributes. So if you want one with a zombie body, you can pick by that, and it'll show you sort of what the cheapest one available with that attribute is. You can pick by sort of minimum or maximum price. Sort of do a few bits on there to see which ones you want to buy. So yeah, I thought that one seemed a an interesting one. Cine Soul. I thought this is probably one of my favourites. Doesn't seem to be hugely popular, but yeah, I thought this was quite nice. Sort of a blurred, distorted sort of artwork of various films. So there's sort of I think it's 1,000 of these, so relatively low. Yeah, and you sort of get various films. There's sort of one, say, of The Matrix. Obviously, it's distorted enough to sort of avoid copyright. You can tell it's The Matrix, but not enough to be sort of suable, I guess. And yeah, so I think sort of maybe something like this could, it'd be nice to sort of put on a film review website. Maybe you could have it as the banner at the top of the page, just as a, you wouldn't want a real still from the film. That would be sort of less artsy, if you like. I think this sort of thing is could have a lot of uses, but yeah, could go nowhere. But yeah, so I bought quite a few of these. Metabirds, not 100% sure on this one. I need to try and sort of join their Discord just to see sort of what's going on. So a lot of them have a sort of Discord server and Twitter accounts, and you can sort of see whether they're active and sort of still up and running. But I need to see sort of where this one was going. So this one sort of they're looking to launch a sort of gaming platform. A few games themselves, but they also want people to sort of build games on top of their platform, maybe sort of mobile, sort of fairly low tech games. But yeah, not 100% sort of convinced on this one, but I bought a couple. And another one I was looking at was SGF United. Bought 2 or 3 of these. This one seems sort of fairly reasonable, actually. They're sort of very active Twitter account, and they're sort of developing. Looking on their website, they're sort of developing a game, sort of a 2D beat 'em up. It's in fairly early stages. But yeah, they're just sort of showing the physics for the game. I guess this sort of thing will take a little while to get going, but yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Sort of a Fortnite art style. But yeah, thought with a reasonable projects, the tokens are sort of, floor price is 0.11 Sol. It's sort of been 0.1 Sol most of the time, so it's £14 a token, and I think this gives you a playable character when if and when the game sort of goes live. So yeah, just a random sort of assortment of projects that I've been buying and sort of looking at. As I say, I'm sort of new to this, so I expect I may have probably bought into quite a few. I bought dozens of other different projects, sort of some of the cheap ones, just as a bit of a lottery ticket, just to see if they go anywhere. Expect a lot of those sort of maybe dead projects, but yeah, we'll see. It was a gamble, sort of no different to putting 500 quid in sort of some of the random low cap crypto coins that I've bought. Really, some of them have done really well, and yeah, some of them sort of not so much. So yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick look. If you got any sort of questions on this, you'll probably a lot of people will know more than me about this, so yeah, feel free to ask. But yeah, I may not be the best person to answer on this, but certainly leave your thoughts in comments below, and yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see more. See you soon.